The Amx 50B is an incredibly powerful Tier 10 French auto-loading heavy tank. It has an amazing top speed and power to weight of 50 kilometers per hour. It has 10 degrees of gun depression and a 3,000 damage per minute gun that is able to output 1,200 damage 6 seconds from the first shell. The 50B really has everything going for it, and that's why it's one of the most popular heavies for many players out there. However, in update 9.1, which is the next update to come, the 50B is going to be getting a massive rework, and personally I disagree with it. The 50B is going from a 3-shell autoloader to a 4-shell autoloader, and it's actually losing DPM. It's going from the 3,000 it has to 2,773. It's also losing aiming time and dispersion, meaning that it takes longer to aim in and it's less accurate overall. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a training room here, and you're going to see just why I feel the 4-shell clip that this vehicle is going to be getting is not good for it. So previously, it had a 3-shell gun, dealing 400 damage between each shell, and it's able to get 1,200 out. Now it's going to be dealing 380 damage per shot. Also, the premium does 320 instead of 340, and it's going to take 9 seconds to dump the whole clip, but it gets an extra shell. So in a matter of 6 seconds, you're still able to deal a very similar amount of damage. Instead of 1,200, it's like, I don't know, 1,160 or something like that. It's pretty close. But the difference is when you get that 4th shell out, you're able to deal 1,520 damage. But here's the problem. Pretend that this hay bale is a 60 TP 1 shell. Okay. And 2 shells. Okay. And 3 shells. And 4 shells. That is how long it takes to dump a clip in the 50B. 9 seconds. That is an incredibly long and strenuous amount of time. And let's be real, in 9 seconds, whatever you're shooting at is probably going to be able to get 1 or even 2 shells back into your vehicle. Which begs the question, is this actually worth the buff? And I don't think it is. I feel like getting a 4 shell is making it a less flexible tank, where it's going to be a lot less situational due to the fact that you're going to spend more time clipping, you have less DPM, your clip reload is longer overall. I feel like it's a losing situation against all bets. The only time it's actually going to be amazing is when you're able to pen all 4 of your shells. Personally, I think the tank would be really solid with like a 2.8 or 2.7 second intro clip, but right now it just takes too much time to dump out those shells. When we take a look at the current patch 50B, you'll notice that its dispersion is quite a bit more accurate at 0.299 instead of the 0.317. Its aiming time is 3 seconds instead of 3.4, and yeah, it's got a 3-shell clip. So it's really, really different. We're going to play a game in the 50B currently from update 9.0, and then we'll compare it to when 9.1 does eventually come out in the future with another video, because that's what I've been doing is I'm just going to be making videos on all these changes for probably the next weeks, and then when these changes do come, we're going to see how they compare to the previous update tanks. So I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous about some of these vehicles, because let's be real, not all of these changes are going to be for the better, and I really feel like the 50B is already in a sweet spot. It's had many years of rebalancing, it's got enough DPM, it's got enough potential damage, it's got everything. Why does it need the change? You can see how quick its clip reload is. It's great, and the intro clip is fine as well because it deals 400 damage per shot. Nobody needs that extra shell in the vehicle. 1,200 is already a half of any tank you're really going to shoot at, and if it's a medium, it's even more than a half. So we're going to be pushing up here. We got the T100 LT and the standard B, and I'm just going to keep on pushing up. There's 1 shell into the T100 and 2 shells into the T100 LT. That's a pretty decent chunk of damage. That's 800. All right, and now we're going to back up. And you'll notice I wasn't even able to get out my 3rd shell. So what's the point of giving this tank 4? Alright, well either way, let's reload here. Hopefully this Vickers light. Oh, that guy's dead anyway, so that's perfect. We can see the 57 Heavy is off to the side over there. We also got like the Yag Panzer over here, so let's aim in. There's 1 shell into the Yag and 2 shells into the Yag. and 3 shells into the Yag. Would we have gotten that 4th shell out? Honestly, I don't think so. And again, we don't need the 4th shell because we've been able to output all the damage we need to, and now we're back to reloading our clip once again. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to push fairly aggressively with our good top speed over this hill, and yeah, let's see if we can get some shells into the enemy object. 704 speed. You can see we're going almost 40 kilometers per hour. Now, I can say as good news, the Amx 50B will not be losing its top speed in the next update, but I mean, oh wow, that actually just penned me. I'm really surprised that penned me. So there's 1 shell into the 704 and 2 shells into the 704, and let's get that T100 cleared as well because, I mean, nobody wants that thing to get away. Alright, so all that's left is this Vickers Light to finish off that guy. And nice, again, we did not need the 4th shell. Sure, I could have penned the 704 with it, but does it matter? No, it really didn't matter. In this battle, we've already done the job we've needed to. We've gotten a lot of damage out, and we're going to win this quite easily. We got the 57 heavy off to the side over here with 644 hit points left. We got the IS-8 over here, so let's finish off the IS-8. Let's shoot 1 shell into the mouse turret cheek, and let's shoot 2 shells into the mouse turret cheek. And now we're back to reloading. This game we've dealt over 4,000 damage. We've been able to do our job and showcase just where, in the current patch, the 50B has a really nice sweet spot. It has enough mobility, it has a very quick clip reload. As you can see here, we're almost reloaded on our clip already. I mean, that's pretty dang fast. I'm actually really surprised we were able to get that shell out. But there we go. That's the 50B, and this is what the tank's really good at, is doing just exactly what we did in that battle. Using its mobility, using its high DPM and fast clipping time to get a bunch of shells into your opponents and back in the cover. Even with 4,200 damage, that's only a 2nd class with the vehicle. And, I mean, its clip reload's only, what, 18 seconds? Yeah, 18.38. It's going to go to 24 seconds. That's a 6-second increase on the clip, and not to mention, it takes another 3 seconds to get the shells out. So in total, from your clipping time and your reload, you're going to be about 34 seconds before you get your shells back. Yeah, that's just a lot of time. And not to mention your gun's getting less accurate. Why? What is the point of these changes? Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I personally believe that the Amx 50B is already an incredibly competent and capable vehicle, so I don't really see the need or the purpose for the 50B to get reworked in the next update, but that's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Either way, I just wanted to make a video on this tomorrow. Maybe I'll make a video on the 5A and talk about its massive DPM rework, but other than that, should I say, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.